Cloth bends his face to the basin and washes. The first washing of the day is for the gods. 1 is the goddess, 2 is the god, 3 is the shadow. The water drips from pale blue tentacles above his mouth that move in the motions of prayers he has said every day since attaining his majority. 3 is a sacred number. Cloth bends a second time. The second washing is for the family. 1 is the ancestors. 2 is the family of today, though they are long dead. 3 is the descendants he will never have. He prays they find peace and forgive him. 3 is a sacred number. Cloth reaches into the basin a third time. The third washing is for the self, past, future, present. He says no prayer for himself. There is nothing left to hope for. He does not reach for a towel. The water of prayer must dry in its own time. Cloth stands at the cell door, awaiting the signal. Above the cell door hang 9 large markers, with 9 small white markers. They show his victories, 9 and 90 wins. 9 and 90 times the god and goddess have granted him life, and the shadow has taken his opponents. He is the longest survivor in many seasons. 9 is a sacred number. 3 threes. 9 and 90 is the convergence of all sacred numbers. Holy, complete. All know the tradition of 100. 100 wins to be free. Many speak Cloth's name in the same breath as that of Solomon of Seti, who survived 100 bouts and became an overlord. He now owns the lives of dozens of competitors and sits among the elite. 100 is not a sacred number. At 100 kills, Cloth would be free. At 9 and 90, he is content. But it is not his choice to fight or quit. His life belongs to the Overlord. Like the scores of other competitors in cells beside, above, and below him, the Overlords came to his homeworld many seasons past with their slim silver ships, their guns, and chains. So far as Cloth knows, he is the very last of his kind. He fights when told, sleeps and eats when allowed, prays daily. The cell doors open. Some competitors push and shove. Some hang their heads in despair. Cloth stands tall, sacred water still dripping from his mouth tentacles. A gang of avids push to the front of the ration line, their red feathers bristling at the slightest touch. Others give way, letting the avids pass, their bird-like beaks strong enough to crack bone, and they are quick to anger. No one wishes to be in their path. No one but Cloth. He stands in his place and will not be moved. The avids stop their advance. Even they do not challenge Cloth. Cloth takes his ration to the side. Whitefur is waiting for him there. Cloth has no way to make the sounds of Whitefur's language, and Whitefur cannot speak the language of Cloth's people. But they make do. They're an unusual pair. Cloth is tall and strong, with blue skin and mouth tentacles, long fingers, and thick muscled legs. Whitefur is half of Cloth's size, covered with thick hair. His tail and long retractable claws enable him to climb and swing. That, and the quick-acting paralytic poison in his spit, have allowed Whitefur to survive 2 and 20 bouts in the arena. Last fight today, Whitefur says to Cloth in his native tongue. Whitefur's voice is high, and his speech very fast. It takes Cloth a few seconds to understand each statement. You are happy to be free, no? Cloth shakes his head. He holds up 3 fingers and then folds 2 of them in and hangs his head low. It is not 3, I know, but it is freedom. When free, you will be an overlord. Own 3 competitors, 9 competitors. More if want, like my overlord, Solomon of Seti, big hero. Cloth's tentacles bristle at the mention of Solomon's name. He has grown tired of the comparison. He does not understand the compulsion to own others and force them to fight. But he has no way to make Whitefur comprehend his meaning. So he only eats. After rations, it is time to prepare for the day's battle. Cloth has been told he will fight one of the Avids today. It will be a good show. He allows the supervisors to wash and oil his skin, dressing him in armor. He chooses spear, knife, and net, his favorite weapons. The gates open and Cloth steps onto the field. Sun shines on his oiled-faced tentacles and glints from the metal tip of his spear. The overlords cheer, and Cloth sees Solomon of Seti in his place of honor. Though he is seated high above the arena, Cloth sees the hatred on Solomon's face. He has long been a unique fixture, the only competitor to survive 100 bouts. He does not want Cloth to win. The crowd is beyond capacity. All wait to see if Cloth will achieve his freedom. The opposite gate opens, and Cloth prepares to face his avid foe. But it is no Avid that steps onto the field of battle. Cloth looks again to Solomon, and sees the smug satisfaction on the former slave's face. He knows. He has manipulated the draw to put his own slave, Whitefur, into this battle. Even at such a distance, Cloth can almost hear the victorious laughter. Whitefur is scared. Cloth does not have the words to comfort him, nor would he know what to say if he did. 9 and 90 is the culmination of sacred numbers. Cloth signals the crowd he is ready for the battle to begin.